Hey there and welcome back to Sims Sunday. My name is Pete and as you should know by now, this is the series where we try to complete The Sims 3. And we have an eventful episode ahead of us. We will celebrate 2 birthdays in this one, 2 significant ones at that. Paul will age up from a child to a teenager, and Pete will become an elder. And there is still a bit more to come, but let's get into the game first. One thing I forgot to do in the last episode, when it was Monday already, was to go to the town map and collect all the money from the businesses we own or that we are partnered with. That will make us quite a bit of money and push us over 30,000 simoleons again. To finally buy out the 5th and final business in town, which is the spa, we need 35,000 simoleons. Before we find ways to make that remaining money, we need to spend some. Ayesha has the wish to buy a toy oven, and that actually makes perfect sense, you will soon see why. So let's head into buy mode and buy one. Wonderful, 450 lifetime happiness points for Ayesha, and she will start her day collecting. We are pretty much set with her in regards to requirements for the medical career, and by collecting in the right spots we can make some nice cash on the side, so that's how Ayesha will spend her morning before work starts. Meanwhile, back at home, Pete is having breakfast, and while he does, we can start to make a bit of money. As you can see, we have decorated our home with all of Paul's paintings so far, and I think it's time for those to go. At this point in his painting career, they're obviously not worth a lot, but any bit helps. Then Pete can put the dishes in the dishwasher and go out to town to hold an autograph session. He has the day off today and I would like to see if the hold autograph option that we have on local businesses still works, even though we are no longer employed in the professional athlete career. For the moment though, it seems there's not much interest. And the youngest in the household is finally awake as well. Paul is having breakfast, while Ayesha's collecting trip has led her all the way out to the beach. After breakfast, it's a quick shower for Paul to get another positive moodlet, then he can clean up the dishes, and much to my disappointment, it seems like the dishwasher is still holding up. And that is a perfectly timed end to Paul's morning routine, as he can now go off to school where he's set to meet new friends. Meanwhile, Pete's autograph session seems to be going splendid. We haven't signed a single autograph yet. And back to Ayesha, she might come in a few minutes late to work today, but let's quickly have her grab those last 2 gems here and then send her off to the hospital and have her work hard all day. Then for Pete, I think it's time we put an end to this. It seems like autographs from military personnel are not really popular. So sadly, we made no money and wasted a couple of hours, but we can still spend the day somewhat productive. To complete the Renaissance Sim lifetime wish, we want to get Pete to level 10 in 3 different skills. He is on a good path to reach level 10 in the logic skill, so he can read a logic book in the library while his son is in school and his wife is off at work. Then we get an opportunity for Ayesha. The reward for that is a raise, and we always want to grab those. We skip ahead to the end of the school and work day for Paul and Ayesha respectively. Paul has made it to honor roll, congratulations. That also fulfills a wish for Ayesha, who has made some cash and has earned herself another promotion. She will however immediately go back to the hospital after work to quickly complete the requirement for the opportunity we just received. Meanwhile, Paul has made it back home. He has the wish to stay on honor roll for 3 consecutive days. Since he doesn't have the chance to go to school 2 more days because he will age up before that, I have cancelled that wish. After a quick meal and a pretty uneventful cleanup after that, Paul will now go outside and paint. Meanwhile, Ayesha is long done at the hospital and back on a collecting spree. That's a diamond right here, very nice. I think if she continues like this, we will be able to make a nice amount of cash. Alright, it's getting dark outside and that was the last collectible for today. Ayesha will now go back home. Exactly there, back home, Paul has finished another painting. We can immediately sell that for some cash and send him to do his homework. And over at the library, Pete has come one step closer to reaching level 10 in the logic skill. He is now at level 8 after reading this book, and that's enough for today as well. And now Ayesha is back home. She will quickly grab the mail and then analyze all the space rocks she just found. At the same time, Pete has arrived as well, and he's in for a shower.
Oh.
Nargardo.
Ayesha will then send some gems away to be cut and some metal away to be smelted, however only those valued appropriately. Everything we can't make a profit with by getting it cut or smelted will be sold in just a few moments. Speaking of selling, we have also collected quite a few books over time, some of them from opportunities, others we have written ourselves. To make some money, we will sell them all, alongside some of the metals of low value. After that, we can shift our attention to my collection display. I have put all the space rocks we have found so far in a straight line right here. The gems will be placed below the sprinkler, and for the metals I would like to have 1 ingot of each, and they will go up here. And it is a fire sale in the complete household. After selling a bit of Ayesha's inventory, we will now get rid of the telescope. We have completed the challenge associated with that, and it really isn't good for much more than that. We can also sell the chess table for the exact same reason. Ayesha already is a chess grandmaster, and I don't plan on defending that title. And last but not least, the beautiful collection of space rocks will have to go. There are so many of them that collecting them is rather easy, and selling a few at this point doesn't hurt. For good measure, we can then grab another 9 simoleons from selling the small ivy plant on top of the desk, get rid of the moonlight candle, sell the bubble bath, and sell the rubber duck. And that leaves us exactly 1 simoleon shy of 35,000. So to get there, let's sell the toy box as well. I also sold a few more books, so that's why we have a bit more cash now, while Pete is working from home and Paul has started another painting. And here we are, now the proud owners of the spa. 35,000 simoleons less in our account, but wishes fulfilled for both Pete and Ayesha. Speaking of Pete, he has earned a bit of money, but he is getting tired, so let's send him off to bed. Not to sleep, however, but to make another baby. Yes, I have decided to get Ayesha pregnant one more time, and time is of the essence here. We need to do that now before she gets older, and I'll explain everything else as we go through pregnancy. Both Pete and Ayesha will now go to sleep, and a bit after midnight Paul has finished another painting. We can hang that up on the wall because he has the wish to decorate the home with 2 paintings, and this right here is going to be one of them, and then Paul can also go to sleep. Alright, it's the next morning, Pete is awake and he will now use the telephone to throw a birthday party. Not for himself, but for Paul, although both of them will age up today. Let's invite all 3 children Paul has met at school. We want to have them over so we can use the tutor children option with Ayesha. The last remaining logic skill challenge requires us to tutor children or teenagers for 20 hours. Having a few of them over should allow us to get a few hours in. And let's also invite Pete's boss Aaron Kennedy to improve the relationship a bit further. We will start the party at 5, Ayesha has to work until 4, so that fits well. And then let's get things underway. Pete will have to go to work today, but before that starts, he can use the remaining time to upgrade the sink. I almost forgot that we never finished to do that. The self-cleaning upgrade is not entirely necessary, but it's a nice luxury to have and easily applied. Alright, the carpool has arrived, so Pete will now go to work, and as usual, he is set to work hard. Then we can switch over to Ayesha. Just like the day before, she will go on a collecting spree. Back at home, Paul is awake as well and he is very hungry, so let's have him grab some breakfast. Ayesha has once again found some nice gems, and in the Moodlet tab you can see that she is very likely pregnant because she's not feeling all too well. In the meantime, Paul has cleaned up the dishes and is now taking a shower and will then go to school to once again meet new friends. Can't have enough of those. And right on time, Ayesha is also checking into the hospital for work. And staying late the day before fulfills an opportunity and pays off, although with a raise of 2 simoleons per hour, not that much. Roughly an hour later, we are being informed that Paul has met all of his classmates, so let's switch him from meeting new friends to talking to his current friends. That will improve relationships, and who knows what those could be good for down the line. Then Pete's workday comes to an end and he is nearing that 1000 simoleon salary, but maybe next time, because Pete just got promoted to fighter pilot. And just as he's about to go home, we get interrupted by an opportunity for Paul. We would get improved grades out of this one, but we're already on honor roll and starting tomorrow no longer in school because we age up to a teenager, so we'll have to decline this one. Back at home, Pete can grab the mail. That contains a lot of cut gems and smelted metals, and we can place them on their respective spots on the lot. In the meantime, Pete can continue to upgrade the sink. Once we've placed everything from the inventory on the lot, we can sell the duplicates. And that is already more money than Pete just earned at work, so Ayesha seems to be doing a good job. Then the last day of school for Paul as a child comes to an end, and he has a birthday party coming up, so he will head straight home. There I have quickly rearranged all the gems in descending order of value. I just hope nobody tries to steal them. And Pete has finished upgrading the sink, so let's quickly fulfill a wish of his. He wants to check himself out in a mirror, so Pete, please feel free. With that wish fulfilled, we can quickly head into the buy menu and purchase a birthday cake, so that we can properly celebrate Paul aging up to a teenager. Until the party starts, Pete will work from home to make a bit of extra money, and Paul will paint. Yes, he is hungry, but there will be cake soon. Then at 4 PM, Ayesha's day at work is over, and she gets another promotion to medical intern. After arriving home, she will now send a few more gems and metals away to be cut or smelted. Then we get a skill opportunity for Pete. We have the option to earn some money by using the logic skill, so let's do that. And then, let's have a birthday. Alright, happy birthday, Paul complete. He is now a teenager, could take a part-time job, but I think we'll be better off painting and writing. And most importantly, because Paul did well at school, we can now pick a trade for him. And that trade is going to be schmoozer, stepping in the footsteps of his parents. That trade will help in the careers I have planned for Paul. The first one will very likely be journalism. Alright, so let's have some cake, and I'm spotting something that I don't really like, and that is the hair. Yep, that needs to be taken care of as soon as possible. And now that Paul has finished his slice of the birthday cake, let's quickly go for a makeover.
Mardunsa.
Okay, that looks a bit better. I'm still keeping the long hair, no problem with that, but not as long as it was before. With the new haircut, Paul can now go outside and finish his painting. Meanwhile, Pete can put away the rest of the cake and then head off to the library. And Ayesha can sit down with Chance Brewster and spend some time tutoring. And Paul has finished his painting. We can put that up on the wall and fulfill his wish to decorate the home with 2 paintings. And he can then start another children's book. In the back you can see that Chance already had to leave the party, so Ayesha's tutoring session has come to an end. One thing that has also come to an end is life in the adult life stage for Pete. He has now turned into an elder, but we won't think of retirement just yet. There is still the top of the military career to reach, and because he has completed the Marathon Runner Skill Challenge, we should have quite some time to achieve that. Sooner or later we will also have to take care of that outfit, but for now let's have him continue with the logic book. While Pete is learning the final secrets of the logic skill, Ayesha continues to collect. That is a rather large space rock on the beach here, and that is also worth a decent amount of money. Shortly after, we can send a very tired Pete back home. Life as an elder in the military seems to take his toll, so we won't push him through to the next level of the logic skill. Then a sudden switch over to Ayesha, who changes into her maternity outfit. So congratulations on becoming pregnant one more time, and she will have 4 days off, meaning we have in theory enough time to tackle another skill. However, I will have to think about that. And just like his father, Paul is also quite tired, so let's finish that book another day and send him off to bed. Oh boy. That is the first to-do for the next episode. We definitely need to take care of that outfit. Speaking of outfits, now that he has aged up to an elder, we will completely overhaul the wardrobe of Pete. And here's what I have decided to go with. As a man of the military, I will have Pete wear his uniform as his everyday outfit. Should he get an upgraded version of that due to promotion, we will sooner or later switch over. For his formal outfit, I have chosen his wedding suit. I suppose that has quite a bit of meaning for him. He will then go to sleep in a black pajama. And his past with the Sunset Valley Llamas is not forgotten, as he proudly wears the logo on his athletic outfit. And last but not least, his swimwear. The most interesting thing here is probably that Pete is still very much in shape. With that out of the way, let's switch to the new sleep outfit and send Pete off to bed. And the pregnant Ayesha can grab the last bit of iron for today, then head home and also go to bed. And that's it for a very eventful episode of Sims Sunday. I hope you enjoyed it. Leave a like if you did, subscribe if you haven't already, and I can say thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time. Cheers.